Party City, just hearing the name probably reminds you of balloons, costumes, and fun party supplies. For years, it's been the place to go when you're planning a celebration, but now things are falling apart. Party City is facing its second bankruptcy, and this time it doesn't look like there's a way out. With over 800 stores at risk of shutting down, we might be saying goodbye to a brand that once made every party special. So what happened? Was it the pandemic, online shopping, or maybe problems that started long before? In this video, we'll explore Party City's journey, how it grew so big, the struggles it faced, and why things have taken such a turn. Stay tuned, because the real story behind this party giant is one you don't want to miss. Let's rewind to 2018. Party City was at its peak, pulling in $2.4 billion in sales and running more stores than ever before. Founder Steve Mandel's vision of building a party empire with 1,000 locations was so close to becoming real. Back then, it felt like Party City could do no wrong. It was the go-to place for everything party-related, from balloons to themed decorations. But what happened next was a slow unraveling of all that success. By the end of 2022, Party City's stock was worthless. The company had written off over $1.5 billion in goodwill. It was a sign that much of its value had disappeared. The problems didn't stop there. They had debt, lots of it. In January 2023, they filed for bankruptcy, trimming $1 billion from their $1.7 billion debt. Yet even this move couldn't save them. Store closures, layoffs, and mounting financial pressure continued to drag the company down. Of course, some of Party City's troubles weren't entirely their fault. Take the COVID-19 pandemic, for example. In 2020, parties and gatherings came to a standstill, and sales hit their lowest point in over a decade. A party store without parties? It's no surprise that this hurt their bottom line. Then came inflation. Rising prices made celebrations feel like a luxury many couldn't afford. Consumers started cutting back on parties and focusing on essentials. Even the CEO admitted that joyous occasions were starting to feel stressful for many families. And then there was the helium shortage. Balloons, one of Party City's signature products, were hit hard. Helium had been in short supply for years, driving up costs. Since balloons accounted for about 4% of Party City's annual sales, this shortage was a serious blow. A party store struggling to stock balloons. That's a tough situation to overcome. But not all of Party City's issues came from the outside. Some of their struggles were self-inflicted and went back decades. In the 1990s, Party City expanded aggressively, jumping from 11 stores to nearly 400 by the end of the decade. But this rapid growth came with challenges. Their inventory systems couldn't keep up, and in 1996, they failed to report inventory on time. This caused chaos among creditors and led to founder Steve Mandel stepping down as CEO. Fast forward to 2005, and another big shift happened. Private equity firms took over Party City and merged it with its main supplier. While this seemed like a smart move at first, it ended up limiting their inventory options. Founder Mandel later admitted that this decision hurt the company's ability to be creative and adapt to changing customer tastes. Competition also played a huge role in Party City's downfall. Stores like Walmart and Target expanded their party supply sections, offering similar products at lower prices. Even drugstores like Walgreens and CVS got in on the action. Then came the rise of online shopping. Amazon made it easy to find party supplies at the click of a button, often at better prices. For Halloween, which was Party City's busiest time of year, they faced stiff competition from Spirit Halloween. With more than 1,500 pop-up locations and a fun, immersive shopping experience, Spirit Halloween became the go-to destination for spooky season shoppers. Party City's Halloween City stores just couldn't compete. Private equity also played a part in Party City's troubles. In 2012, a private equity firm bought a majority stake in the company for $2.7 billion using borrowed money. This deal left Party City with massive debt. By 2013, the company's debt had nearly doubled, and they even took on more debt to pay dividends to their new owners. This financial strain made it difficult for Party City to invest in growth or handle economic challenges. Even when they went public in 2015 and used the IPO proceeds to pay off some debt, it wasn't enough. By the time they filed for bankruptcy in 2023, they owed money to over 25,000 creditors. Party City didn't adapt quickly enough to the changing retail landscape. While they did launch an e-commerce platform, it couldn't compete with giants like Amazon and Walmart. Their stores also faced criticism for being messy, poorly stocked, and lacking helpful staff. Although they tried to innovate with in-store events and party planning consultations, these efforts were too little, too late. They also partnered with influencers and launched themed party supplies, but these moves didn't make a big enough impact. Another problem was Party City's reliance on seasonal events. In good times, people spend more on parties, but in tough times, celebrations are one of the first things to go. This made Party City especially vulnerable to external shocks like the pandemic and inflation. So, what can we learn from Party City's rise and fall? First, the importance of staying adaptable in a fast-changing world. Retail has evolved dramatically over the past few decades, and companies that fail to keep up risk becoming irrelevant. Second, the dangers of overexpansion and excessive debt. Party City's aggressive growth in the 1990s and the heavily leveraged private equity deals left them vulnerable to financial struggles. Lastly, the need for a great customer experience. Messy aisles, limited inventory, and unhelpful staff drove customers away. In today's world, where consumers have endless options, providing a positive shopping experience is more important than ever. As Party City prepares to shut its doors, it marks the end of an era. For decades, it was a key player in the party supply industry, making celebrations accessible and fun for everyone. But its downfall serves as a reminder that even the biggest brands aren't immune to challenges. The future of party planning will likely look very different. Companies will need to embrace digital solutions, rethink the in-store experience, and find creative ways to meet changing consumer needs. While Party City's story is coming to an end, it's also a chance for the industry to evolve. The party doesn't have to stop, it just needs to change.